Hey guys, this is a strong, slow flow that is also short and sweet. Try saying that 5 times fast. I hope you all enjoy. I had a lot of fun making this one for you. So just get settled, get into some comfortable clothes, close your eyes, take a few breaths, and set an intention for this practice before hitting play. Let's get started on our hands and knees, moving right into some cat-cow. So rounding through your back, dropping your belly, lifting your chest. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow pose, dropping the belly. Exhale, round the back. Take your knees back, round into cat pose as you bring your chest forward, and then drop your hips, lifting into cobra pose. Good. Move it back through to child's pose. And then again, moving forward to a low plank, rounding through the back, and then dropping the hips, bringing it back to child's pose. One more time, rounding the back, bring it forward, drop the hips, and then back to child's pose. Round forward, low plank, drop the hips to cobra, and back, child's pose. Beautiful. One more time. Coming to the low plank, and then tuck the toes, lift the knees, engage the core. Hold here. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Bend the knees, sink the chest back to the thighs, and then round forward to a plank. Beautiful. Exhale back, bend the knees, chest to thighs, and then round through the back as you come forward to plank. Bend the knees, and then round the back, coming forward to a plank. And one last time, bend the knees, belly to thighs, and make your way to a down dog. Straightening both legs, taking movement through the feet, bending one knee, then the other. When you're ready, lift the right leg, right heel points up to the sky, toes point down, and then lower. Switching sides, left leg raises up to the ceiling, lowers back down. And when you're ready from your down dog, walk your feet up to your hands. Bring the feet about hips width apart, and then just take a ragdoll, bending the knees, taking opposite elbows, and rocking from side to side. Slowly start to roll up to standing, and roll the shoulders back a few times once you get there. And we'll move right into our flow. Bend the knees, lift the arms overhead for chair pose, and swoop the arms back behind you. Lift up on your tiptoes. Good. Inhale, chair pose. Lift the arms overhead, heels down. And exhale, lift the toes. Hands go back behind you. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, arms sweep behind you, coming up on your toes. Beautiful. Back to chair pose. And find a forward fold. Plant the hands or the fingertips. Step the right leg back. Ground the back knee. And lift the arms overhead for a low lunge. Take the right wrist with the left hand and bend over to the left, finding a side stretch. Beautiful. And then following that semicircle to hook the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Hands to a prayer. Nice twist. Good. Reclasp that wrist and bring it back up to center. Bring the hands back down to the mat, fingertips ground down, and lift up off the back knee. Start to move the weight forward into your back toes, and then pressing the heel back, moving the hips forwards and backwards, all through the movement of the back foot. Beautiful. Ground the hands, and lift the left leg back to three-legged dog. Set it down, down dog. Good. Round through the back as you come forward to plank. And then lower, knees, chest, chin. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Hips stay down. And exhale, back, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up. Bend the knee. This time open the hip. Let the knee point up to the sky. Beautiful. Use your core to step the foot between the hands. Ground the back knee down. And bring the hands together overhead, low lunge. Plant the fingertips back down to either side of the right leg and extend the right leg, taking the hips back, half split. A nice level position through your hips. Now take your hands to the outside of the right leg, keeping it straight. Nice stretch through the side of the leg. Then bring the hands to frame the foot and step the feet up to the top of the mat. And lift up halfway. Beautiful. Forward fold. And sit back into your hips. Lift the arms overhead. Chair pose. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Lift up on your toes. And then back to chair pose, heels down. Sweep the arms back. Lift on your toes. And back to chair pose. Good. Go ahead and stand all the way up. And bring the hands to the heart. Good. Sit back into your chair pose. Sweep the arms back. Lift up on your tiptoes. And back to your regular chair. Sweep the arms back. Lift up on your toes. Back to chair pose. And find a forward fold. Lift up halfway. And plant the fingertips or the hands. This time, step the left foot back. Ground the back knee. And take the arms overhead, low lunge. This time, bending over to the right. Taking a side body stretch. And finishing that little semicircle, finding a prayer lunge. Left arm twists over, hooks on the outside of the right thigh. Beautiful. Take it back up to center and plant the hands, lift up off the back knee. And again, find that forward backwards motion with the hips, moving forward on your toes and then shifting back through the heel. Make your way back to three-legged dog, lifting the right leg up. And then regular down dog, wave it forward, plank, chaturanga, lift up dog or cobra, and exhale, take it back, downward dog. Lift the left leg, three-legged dog, bend the knee, open the hip. Finding a nice opening through the hip, and then step the foot between your hands. Ground the back knee down. Lift the arms overhead, low lunge. Bring the hands to either side of the front foot and extend through the left leg, half split. Taking the left hip backwards. And walk the hands to the outside of the left leg. Keeping the hips level. And breathing space in the side of the thigh. Beautiful. Walk the hands back to center and step both feet up to the top of the mat. Lift up halfway, forward fold, and bend the knees, lift the arms overhead, chair pose. Inhale. This time lift all the way up to standing. Take a nice back bend here. Good. Open through the chest, draw the shoulders down, draw the elbows down. Beautiful. Take the arms overhead, draw the elbows down, open through the chest, and take the arms overhead, draw the elbows down, open through the chest. Inhale, arms overhead, bend the knees, find a chair pose. Sweep the arms back behind you, lift up on your tiptoes. Inhale, chair. Exhale, arms behind you. Inhale, chair, and forward fold. Lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back, lower the back knee, and lift the arms overhead, low lunge. Take a side bend over to the left, and then make your way to a twisted low lunge. And if it feels comfortable, lift the back knee off. Back toes are down on the mat. Split the arms open if that feels good to you. And then take the hands back to prayer, lift it back to center. High lunge this time, back knee lifted. Bring the hands to your heart. Bring your torso down over your thigh and sweep your arms backwards so you're almost in this rocket pose. You're about to launch off. Go ahead and launch off of your left leg. So your left leg is planted, right leg is back behind you for a warrior 3. Add the arms out in front of you. Good. Bring the hands to your heart. Keep the back leg straight as you stand up, extending your leg in front of you. Beautiful. Keep the leg straight. Sweep it back, warrior 3. Inhale, lift up to upright. Leg reaches out in front of you. And exhale back, warrior 3. Bend the front knee like you're about to plant the back toes down. But once you get to the ground, lift back up to your warrior 3. And then this time bending through the front leg, take it all the way back to a lunge. Beautiful. Take it back, 3-legged dog. Down dog. Shift forward to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, lift up dog. Exhale, take it back, down dog. Right leg lifts up behind you, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. And step the foot between your hands. Lower the back knee down, lift up, low lunge. And exhale, plant the hands on either side of the foot. Straighten the front leg and take the hands over to the outside of the right leg. It's okay if the knee bends here. Bend it as much as you need to. You should still feel that stretch on the outside of your leg. Beautiful. Take it back to center. And now stay in your half split, or if full split is something you're practicing, work on that. Slide your front leg out just a little bit, but do most of the work with your back leg. So use your back toes to walk your back leg further towards the back of the room. Really controlled way to enter your split. Good. When you're ready, coming out of this, come out of your split back to your low lunge, and then bring the weight into your right leg. Lift the left leg back behind you as your fingertips ground down, standing split. Beautiful. And then slowly lower the leg and find your chair pose. Stand all the way up, arms overhead. Draw the elbows down, open through the chest. Lift the arms up and overhead. Sit back into your chair pose. Good. Lift up on your toes, sweep your arms back. Back to chair pose. And then find a forward fold. Step the left leg back. Lower the back knee, lift the arms overhead. Bend over to the right. And circle the hands down to a twisted prayer lunge. Lift the back knee if that feels all right, and then split the arms open, deepening your twist. Bring your hands back to your heart. Bring the arms back overhead, high lunge. Sweep your hands back behind you. Bring your torso forward to come over your thigh and lift off the right leg, lifting the left leg back, warrior 3. Adding the arms out in front of you when you're ready. And then keeping the left leg straight, start to come to an upright position, extending the leg out in front of you, toes pointed up. Exhale back to your warrior 3. Inhale, sweep forward, standing up tall. And exhale back, warrior 3. Inhale, sweep the leg through, extending the leg out in front of you. And last time, exhale back, warrior 3. Bend through the front leg. Bring your leg almost to tap and then lift back up out of that leg. And then bending in the front knee to set the back foot down. Plant the hands. Take it back, three-legged dog. Then regular down dog. And forward to plank, lower, halfway chaturanga. Lift up dog. And back to downward facing dog. Lift the left leg, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. And exhale, step the foot between the hands. Lower the back knee, lift the arms overhead, low lunge. And exhale, plant the hands down, straighten the front leg, and take the hands over to the left side of the leg. Pulling the left hip back in space. Come back to center and come into a full split if that is in your practice, or stay with your half split. Again, maybe pushing the front heel out, but then walking the back toes back to deepen in your split. If you'd like to place a block under your hip, that is totally fine. Stay up on your fingertips if necessary. Be really gentle with yourself here. Beautiful. Start to come out of this, make your way back to your low lunge. And then lift the back knee, plant the hands down, and step off into a standing split, balancing on the left leg. Right leg is lifted. And then bring the right leg down, coming to a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, lift the arms, chair pose. Lift all the way up to standing arms overhead, and hands come to your heart. Take the feet out wide, point the toes out towards the side, and bend down into a prayer squat. Elbows to the inner thighs, triceps to the inner thighs. Take the hips low, sit on a block here if this is too much for you. And then start to walk the feet in together, so heels and toes are touching. Bend down into a toe squat, and then split the knees open. Let your forearms come down to the mat, or place your hands on the mat and just let your back round. Let your chin fall in towards your chest. Finding a nice opening through the hips. And then let yourself just sit back. Beautiful. Feet together. Knees are falling out towards the sides into a butterfly pose. And then, if it feels comfortable to you, bring the forearms under the shins, palms up, back of the hands down to the mat, and just round the back forward, coming into a very passive, relaxed cobbler's pose. Breathe space into any tight areas of your body. And when you're ready, release the arms. Extend the right and left out leg. Extend the legs out long. Bring the hands together, engage the core as you roll back like you're about to lay down, and then hold. Beautiful. Inhale, crunch up, reach forward, the hands between the legs, and exhale, roll it down. Beautiful. Hold, inhale, roll back up, and exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, roll back up, and exhale, roll down. Hold the shoulders off the mat. Maybe extend the arms out long, lifting the heels off the ground. Low boat. And then release all the way down. Coming into fish pose, bring your hands under your hips. Legs are strong, toes flexed upwards, and come onto your forearms, lifting your chest, lifting up off of your forearms, and letting the crown of your head fall towards the ground. Beautiful. Release out of this, and then bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the mat. cross the right ankle over the left thigh and use your hand to push the right knee away from you. Finding a nice opening through that hip, and when you're ready, bring your hands around the left shin, pulling the legs into the chest as much as feels comfortable, just until you start to feel a stretch. Beautiful, breathing into that. And then release the arms out wide. Let the legs, so keeping them as they are, let the legs fall over to the left. So right foot is grounding down. And then you can push against the right knee, and using the right hand, grab the left foot. So the leg that's on the ground, pulling it in, finding a quad stretch. So you have a 2-in-1 here, an opening through the right hip and the left quad. Good. Untwist out of this, bring your feet back to the ground, and then cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Pull the legs into the chest, grabbing around the right leg. And then when you're ready, release the legs, release the right foot back down to the mat. Keep the legs as they are, and maybe give your left thigh a little push here forward. So just mildly intensifying the stretch through the hip. And then keeping your legs as they are, let them fall over to the right. Good, so right hand maybe keeps pushing against the left thigh. And then left hand can grab the right foot, pulling it in for a quad stretch. Bring everything back to center, and then keep crossing the left thigh over the right thigh, bringing the knees to stack, and then grab the outer edges of the feet and pull them in towards the chest, shoelace pose. Beautiful. Release the legs and then switch sides. Right leg comes over the left, knees stack, and pull the outer edges of the feet in towards your chest. And when you're ready, release the legs, bring the knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze, roll the knees in one direction, massaging out the lower back, and then switching directions on your own. Squeeze the knees, give yourself a hug, lift the chin to the chest, engage every muscle in your body, and then exhale, release. Letting your legs and arms fall down to the ground, out towards the sides. Let your eyes close and enter your Shavasana. Do one last body scan in your practice, starting from your head, working your way down to your toes, noticing how you feel now that you've taken this time out to do something wonderful for yourself. And let your body just release into the mat. Imagining that this practice helped you cultivate a beautiful, calming energy, and letting that feeling of calm, of warmth, of lightness just flow down your body as you melt into your mat. And when you're ready, start to bring your attention back into your surroundings, noticing the sounds around you, the feeling of your body grounding down, any sensations in your body. And take a deep breath, noticing how that feels. Start to awaken your fingers and toes, maybe rocking the head side to side and bringing some movement back into your body. Take the arms overhead, the legs out long. Take a full body stretch from head to toe. Bring the knees into the chest and then roll over to your right side, coming into a fetal position. And keeping your eyes closed, push up to a seat. Bring your palms together at your heart, and let's just take 3 deep breaths together to close out our practice. Breathe in through the nose, deep inhale. And exhale all the way out. Inhale through your nose. And exhale, open your mouth, breathe out, sigh, release. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Thank you all so much for sharing this practice with me today. The light in me recognizes and is so grateful for the light in each of you. Namaste. Hope you all enjoyed your practice today. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Share with your friends and let me know if you have any requests for videos on yoga or meditation for the next few weeks. Thanks guys, and have a great day. Can't wait till next time.